Muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show para hoy viernes y como nada, compañeros, ya es viernes, el 6 de octubre. Muy buenos días. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Perdón. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión canadiense aquí en Child Farm, Orange Walk. Y nuestra señal orgullosamente se ve por todo este país de Belice. Y si es que no tienes cable, no hay problema. Puedes simplemente extender tus antenas y si vives en el área de Orange Walk y la área circunvecina, con un radio como aproximadamente de 15 millas, puedes tú recibir la transmisión de Canal 10 por aire. Un gran gusto saludarles. Buenos días. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. We're transmitting live from Nortevisión, Channel 10 here in Orange Walk, and it's a pleasure to greet you this morning and to send you our best, absolute best greetings today. We will begin our program as always with a prayer because, above all, it's not because it's customary, it's just because I think that it's something that is necessary for us to do. Yo encuentro absolutamente necesario que cada día empecemos el día con una oración, reconociendo y agradeciendo a este poder superior en nuestras vidas, que es mucho más fuerte que nosotros. Como siempre digo, esta oración es universal para todas las personas que quieran unirse conmigo de distintas denominaciones. No le tienes que poner cara a este poder superior, simplemente creer que hay alguien mucho más poderoso que tú. Si tú no eres Dios, pero esta persona sí tiene, o este espíritu tiene un poder increíble y rige todo y le da orden a la vida. Es todo lo que tienes que creer. Ya luego entonces tu fe va a ir evolucionando a muchas otras cosas grandes, pero el comienzo es precioso. Es así tiene que ser. Padre, yo te doy las gracias por la fe que he encontrado en ti. La confianza que tengo en ti, porque esa confianza me lleva a decir que siempre estás a mi lado y que me quieres, me amas, me proteges, me cuidas y siempre estás conmigo, Padre. No obstante, me das la vida, me das salud, me das fuerzas, me cuidas. Padre, tu presencia en mi conciencia siempre está aquí. Tú me das un sentido de moralidad. Tu presencia en mí me dice, me ayuda a discernir entre lo bueno y lo malo. Tu presencia en mí, Padre, me dirige hacia lo bueno. Por ser humano simplemente tiendo a hacer cosas que no debo hacer y no hacer las cosas que debo hacer. Pero Padre, ayúdame, guíame, dame la fortaleza para poder hacer las cosas que debo hacer, para empezar a ser más humilde, Padre, porque la humildad es lo que más necesitamos en este mundo. Estamos completamente tomados por lo que es la arrogancia, el egoísmo y de la venganza, que aquel me hizo algo y le voy a hacer esto y le voy a hacer el otro. Padre, demuéstranos de que no es necesario tomar venganza en contra, porque tú nos proteges de una forma u otra, no castigando a otras personas, pero simplemente tomando tu forma de hacer las cosas. Padre, te doy las gracias por todo. Te pido que como siempre protejas a nuestros familiares, que los cuides, que los bendigas. Padre, te pido también por los ancianos, los niños, los que andan por la calle sin saber dónde van, los enfermos, los que están en las cárceles, y también por todos nosotros, Padre, que tengamos un bonito día. Te bendecimos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Today is Friday, October 6th, and this is the general weather forecast. The general situation is as follows. Tropical storm Nate is over the northwest Caribbean Sea, heading towards northeast Yucatan. If you were to take a ruler and point it directly across towards the east, that's where Nate is. And it's perhaps a couple hundred miles away from us. But this morning, I woke up to partly cloudy skies, but surprisingly enough, there was blue in the sky. And I said to myself, Friday was forecast to be very, very, very cloudy. But at least at this moment, we're not seeing that. The 24-hour forecast, mostly cloudy today, see? With some showers or thunderstorms over the open sea, and isolated showers or thunderstorms elsewhere. Cloudy at times tonight, a few showers or thunderstorms mainly over the south and some coastal areas. Let me repeat that. Mostly cloudy today, with some showers or thunderstorms over the open sea, and isolated showers or thunderstorms elsewhere. Where? Cloudy at times tonight, a few showers or thunderstorms mainly over the south and some coastal areas. It's not mentioning anything about rains in the inland areas. Noteworthy. The winds blowing from the west and northwest at 10 to 20 knots and very gusty. The sea stayed moderate to rough. The temperatures along the coast 85 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 77 degrees as a low. Inland 88 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 72 degrees as a low. And in the hills, a cool 79 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 68 degrees as a low. There's a small caution for gusty winds and locally rough seas near thunderstorms, and look out for possible large swells in the sea, that is. The outlook for tomorrow, partly cloudy with isolated showers or thunderstorms on Saturday. Then a few showers or thunderstorms developing over some coastal areas on Saturday night. There will be a high tide this morning at 10:27, a low tide at 4:17 this afternoon. Then a second high tide at 10:24 tonight, and a second low tide tomorrow morning at 4:53. The sun rose this morning at 5:44, that is 60 minutes before 6, and the sun sets today at 5:38. The moon sets this morning at 6:29, and the moon rises again this evening at 19 minutes before 7 o'clock. We want to thank forecaster Derek Rodon, and those are the persons working at the Met Office. I see that they have posted to the website from way before 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Buenos días, compañeros. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, el 6 de octubre, y como nada, ya estamos el 6 de octubre, compañeros. Les recuerdo, y muchas personas todavía no se han percatado, de que el siguiente lunes, este lunes que viene, 6, 7, 8, el 9 de octubre, será un día feriado. Será un día feriado el siguiente lunes. Por las dudas, ¿no lo sabes? Te lo estoy avisando. Y esto es... generalmente se celebra el 12 de octubre. Eso caería, me imagino, 9, 10, 11, 12, el jueves o viernes. Pero, ¿qué sucede? Que ahora, hoy en día, está muy en moda hacer puente. Es más, obviamente para evitar esos días feriados dentro de lo que es la semana de trabajo. Así que el siguiente lunes, día feriado. La situación general para el país de Belice. La tormenta tropical Nate está sobre el Caribe, el Mar Caribe, en la porción noroeste del Mar Caribe, y está yendo hacia lo que es la península de Yucatán, en lo que es la parte noreste de Yucatán. Y estamos hablando en particular acerca de Cancún, Isla Mujeres, esa área donde que está bastante está puesto para que esta tormenta tropical llegue ahí, posiblemente hoy por la noche o mañana temprano, tan rápido así. Para las siguientes 24 horas para el país de Belice, bastante nublado hoy, con algunos chubascos, tormentas sobre el mar abierto y tormentas aisladas y chubascos por otros lados. Nublado por momentos, hoy por la noche. Veremos algunos chubascos, tormentas esencialmente sobre el sur y por las áreas costeras. Notablemente no hace mención de chubascos en el interior del país. Quizás la palabra elsewhere por otros lados, quizás incluye eso, no lo sé. Aquí le estoy tirando al Med Service que por favor definan más este pronóstico. Los vientos del oeste, noroeste de 10 a 20 nudos con ráfagas más fuertes. El estado del mar moderado a súper agitado. Las temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 85, una mínima de 77. En el interior del país, una máxima de 88 y una mínima de 72. Y por las colinas, únicamente 79 como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. Advertencias: hay una nota de cautela para ráfagas fuertes y mares bastante agitados, súper agitados cerca de las tormentas en el mar abierto, y es muy posible y hasta probable que tengan grandes oleadas. Es más, ves las olas grandísimas viniendo. Si no tienes experiencia, muchas cosas te van a suceder, te lo aseguro. Se espera que mañana, parcialmente nublado, con chubascos aislados y tormentas aisladas durante el curso del día de mañana sábado. Entonces, algunas chubascos y tormentas desarrollándose sobre algunas áreas costeras sábado por la noche. Las mareas: una marea alta a las 10:27, una marea baja a las 4:17, otra marea alta a las 10:24 por la noche y una segunda marea baja a las 4:53 mañana por la madrugada. El sol, compañeros, el sol salió hoy a las 5:44 y el sol se oculta a las 5:38 hoy por la tarde. La luna de igual forma salió hoy, se ocultó a las 6:29 porque ya se ocultó, pero sale de nuevo a las 6:41 hoy por la noche. Le tenemos que dar las gracias a Derek Rudon por esta información y a los otros compañeros trabajando en el National Meteorology Service, porque noto que están en su lugar desde mucho antes de las 6, poniendo en lugar toda esta información para gente como nosotros poder compartirlo con ustedes. Compañeros, vamos a darle las gracias también a nuestros patrocinadores que nos apoyan fielmente con sus anuncios. Estamos hablando de el señor Germán Vega, el señor honorable Gaspar Vega y también el señor Eduardo Vega del Benque. Muy buenos días a todos y muchas gracias. Los señores dueños de Rapidito Loans, A&Rs, Northern Medical Specialty Plaza, Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service. Compañeros, ya son las 7:15, vamos a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios, pero primero vamos a esta pausa.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. You can replace cream, but Donna milk it is real, yes, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. Donna milk in the morning, Donna milk in the evening, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Donna milk, then of Donna milk. All over this land, and in Belmore Pond, yes, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Donna milk. I love Donna milk. Donna milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
Looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's a great pleasure to welcome, as always, to say good morning and welcome, as always, Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Checky, good morning and welcome to the show. ¿Cómo estás?
Good, and thanks for
I see you all smiling this morning.
thanks for the great welcome as well. Well, you know, we're going to a weekend and it's going to be a very long one because it's going over what? Saturday, Sunday, and Monday until Tuesday. The time to go back to work again for some
right.
people.
And a lot of people did not even know that on Monday it's going to be a holiday. And if you're wondering why it is that we're having a holiday on Monday, like I said, and I just want to quickly go to the calendar here. Today is the 6th, tomorrow 7th, and Sunday the 8th, and on Monday is going to be the 9th. Generally, we would have the Thursday, the 12th of October, as a holiday in celebration of Pan-American Day. In other words, what people have been traditionally celebrating is the discovery, so they say, of the Americas, although the Indians had been here from way before, and America had been discovered by Leif Erikson way before Christopher Columbus, but we will not dispute that. We won't get into that at this moment. But the discovery of Christopher Columbus on the 12th of October. However, because the holiday, the date falls on a Thursday, then, and it's right smack in the middle of the week, and they have found out that it disrupts the work in progress. If you leave something Wednesday evening, afternoon, when you go home, and you had a blast on Thursday, you scarcely find people following up on that work that they left behind on Wednesday afternoon. That's just the plain old truth.
Sometimes Wednesday they left at midday.
Yes.
Go back after half
yes.
day.
And perhaps that work is not done, is not reviewed or revisited until the following Monday. Sometimes way too late.
Especially in the government departments,
Thank you very much.
Especially
Thank
in the
you
department
very much. And those government departments that feel that they can open and close the doors at their own,
a lot of them take the
women
attitude.
fancy.
A lot of them take the attitude.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they need to be reminded that they are exactly what are they labeled, public servants. They are there to serve the public and not to do anything else. But that again is beside the point. Like Holden Caulfield would say, how easy we digress. But going back to what I was telling you, on Monday is going to be a holiday in lieu of Thursday, the 12th of October. That means that if you plan on going away on Tuesday and you thought and you figured that Monday was going to be the time to do all your shopping, no. Well, shopping may not be the correct example, but because you could still do shopping because stores will still be open. Some of them, that is, especially the Oriental ones. But we yet have to know about the other ones. But different story again. The 9th of October, ladies and gentlemen, el 9 de octubre será un día feriado. El siguiente lunes es un día feriado. El 12 de octubre, que generalmente es el día que se celebra, el jueves, se estará pasando el día feriado para el lunes 9 de octubre. Así que cuando te quites del trabajo viernes o sábado, no es hasta el martes que regresas.
Yeah, Ali Million might go out this weekend too, boy.
A what?
Ali Million.
What you mean a million?
Lot of pesos want change, lot of 95 want pay to for sprain and so.
Oh, you mean that? Yes.
Big ones too.
Checky, do you recall? And I know that we have spoken about this previously, but it's good to reminisce, ladies and gentlemen. Very good to reminisce and to remember the good old days. And not that you want to bring them all back all over again, but Miss Panam contests.
Oh yeah. That used to be
Miss Panam parades and how we used to work. The Rotaract Club. If you are a Rotaractor, I used to belong to the Rotary Club way back then, and so did a number of other people. And believe me, we used to have a lot of activities.
Was it a day like today the pageant would have been held?
It
Or
is
would
a
have
day
been-
like today that the pageant would have been held.
Right.
Generally on a Friday, after, yes, on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
Right before movie.
right before movie, and we had to wait until Thursday evening, 11:30 to go in and do the after doubleheader show at Tropical Theatre.
Oh yeah, I used to be the head on Thursdays.
10
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah.
We watch 2 movies. Good old times. And
Get in there, get that stage.
get in there, and I used to have to. Well, Charlie did a sweep.
Then
You know,
it-
Charlie has been around for many, many years.
And Chinch used to do that conversation.
Well, I don't recall Chinch being there, but yes, we used to have to do the stage and prepare the stage.
And it wasn't like visual like right now, like electronic and so. Everything has to be done. If you are bring home a planting tree, you bring a planting tree.
Physically.
Yeah, if you are
It's not like the whole thing that you do, the graphics that you do, and just press a little button and the hibiscus tree would show up there.
Yeah, no, this used to be physically. You have to bring in everything and make sure. I remember Mr. Villanueva from Belize used to always come and fix up and paint up as well. Sometimes when you do some painting, you have to do it right as the movie done. Everybody start to work, they work whole night. Then afterwards, you got the band go set up and leave corner there by the door. Then used to open and go into when they want to see movie.
You remember that one?
You never
Oh,
used to,
yes.
I remember I used to do it, but you never used to do that. 'Cause
What?
you could have been afford your ticket.
I never bought a ticket to go to Panama. I was always working.
No, I tell you about movie. I
Oh,
said that door
alright.
that we used to go into that door. You never used to see that door open sometime when they watch movie?
Yes, I know some bad boy used to
Yeah.
used to scurry in.
I used to do right there. Boy, when Pedrito Fernandez, we can't never got no money, pa.
Yes.
Remember you could have people stayed up and tell me bring there. I got in, but you know how I got in? I got in our car trunk.
Fidget?
Yes, man, me and one of my next friend, we got in our car trunk. When we want to go in bad, we want just start to play music and Glenn Bud me and then along with Pedrito, we want to go. Taxi man said, watch out, gonna jump right in the trunk. Carry in. And we jump in the trunk. When the man got it, open the trunk and we jump out, bleed up and ready. Ready for a show. Serious. I know you tell them to do that now, you know, because things different now. But
yes, those and this is good. We're not gonna take too long doing it, but you know those backdrop scenes like you would have right now, you know, are all done by these technicians that are savvy with technology savvy, and although but way back then it was different.
Real.
It was the real thing. It wasn't like they say now. What is it? Virtual?
Yeah, virtual.
Okay. What happens is that we used to have these backdrops, and Martin Magana,
Yeah,
with
Martin.
respetos, used to do the painting, and Chuck Aragon and Ben used to take time and used to hang them up and roll these up on the top, and then all of a sudden say for the bikini competition you would roll down a backdrop.
different
and the
scene.
backdrop would be perhaps a beach scene or something like that. And then for the official evening wear competition, you would bring down another one, and it was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun, because people used to applaud and go like, "Wow!" for the beautiful scenes that Martin would put up.
Yeah.
And you know, we used to take great pride with that.
Yeah, that's just like the good old days in Hollywood, you know, Emmanuel Universal Studio and the places there. That's how they used to do it there. Huh? Yeah, and then that place there, that pageant used to always sold out, no Joe?
Sold out like you wouldn't believe. Believe me, it was the #1 pageant in Orange Walk and in perhaps the entire country. No Queen of the Bay could beat Miss Panam then time. None.
And only
You know what I
Rock in
mean?
Orange Walk used to do that,
Only
right?
here in Orange Walk.
Yeah.
And we used to bring in Beverly Smith. We used to bring down Seferino Coleman. We used to bring down the big announcers to come in and be masters of ceremony, and they would come down, ladies and gentlemen.
And you say
they would come down.
What was great about that, Emmanuel, because sometimes some people, the first time they assist Sefe, because they just used to hear it through radio, and like right now, you can see them on TV.
Seferino has been and will ever be one of the most popular radio announcer ever on Radio Belize.
The greatest of the greatest.
The greatest of the greatest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. He and Emmanuel used to bring out the real jokes. You know, he and the man will come out with this slogan where say no wait till the man dead for telling you good. Remember he used to have a panchita?
Panchita. Yes.
You know his son works on a radio right now as well, right?
No.
Yeah, his son Gerard works on one of the radio stations in Belize City, Gerard Coleman.
And does he still have that voice?
Kind of, yeah. Not that straight, because I know Sefe not only the sound of his voice, but the way how he portrays.
The personality that was behind the voice.
Yeah, how the man bring out that voice. So when Sefe the amp on the radio, I hear the jam, holla for your neighbor, and so wake up, boy, that time for wake up. Everybody tune in, and where you go. Well, that was the only choice of
He used to have a program on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Remember, every Saturday morning and even during the days, but I used to particularly enjoy Saturday mornings. I think
Saturday
between 10 and
morning.
12 or something like that.
Something was.
Oh.
We got a nice theme song. I try to remember what is theme song. Something like that. But you know, you used to do ranchera. Yeah.
I can even recall estar moliendo mi recado mi mamá conmigo de los 10, 12 años. Y esta canción estar escuchando. Moliendo también el maíz para los tamalitos.
Yeah, that was the Saturday morning show.
Compañeros.
Then a real Saturday morning shows, Emmanuel. Then the man used to do rancheras the evening too.
Yes. Yes.
Back in rancheras program.
You see how we easily bring back all of these good memories. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, have a memory that you'd like to share and you'd like to join along with us in this reminiscing, please do.
That's why some people wonder why some of us use the slogan that says less is more. Because we had less of technology in that time, but we had more clean and great entertainment.
Personalized.
Right.
Because not so much technology, but we had more contact with people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
When you see somebody, they want honor for make you meet somebody, make you sit down and talk to somebody, or they say, Sefe. And just like when we did the Musicarama here at Trial Farm Park with myself, Ruben, Raul, and Letito, we brought down Seferino, and the first time Brian Mosiah and those guys came to Orange Walk. You know, people was, want to see them guys, want to see them ballet, and then up on the stage and they do live broadcast, Emmanuel. Live broadcast from Trial Farm Park to the entire country of Belize.
Look at that.
Musicarama. First of its kind, and never can be matched.
Because crowd made it out there.
What out them a pack, man. You see what was put in it, Emmanuel? The heart and soul and the realism was there. It's that why I could just do something. No. Had that vision. What I think we take about 2 to 3 months to organize,
Really?
Go to all of them villages there, talk to them people, organize them, how Raul does it, right? He got a very kind part, and how he could convince him, vamos, mama. I said to him, man, vamos. Sugar City Morning Show, hello, good morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Como decía, estoy hablando del programa de cuando quiera tal vez pudieron poner el bicho, pero de ahí lo estaba mirando que había para historia.
Ajá.
Y tal vez lo pudieron hacer que la gente viviera cómo se debía hacer.
Ok, muy bien, sí. Creo que capté un poco tu mensaje, pero no sé si lo capté en su totalidad. ¿El programa?
Sí, ahí está la historia de Cefe.
¿De Cefe? Ok, muy bien, de Cefe.
Sí, se fue bien, me gusta.
Ok, pues gracias, muchas gracias.
Yo siempre trato de poner historia en el servidor de buscarla y no lo encontré.
Ándale, ¿qué
tú puedes recordar de Seferino?
Gracias.
Hasta luego entonces. Muy bien.
You know, when Sefer gone, he used to go to shows all over in the US, you know. Yes, man. He used one time, Lad Ray-Ban and professionals and them big band used to go for them big shows and big dance and festival. And so Sefer used to go. Sefer said the first time he gone and he see the sign and said, "Don't walk, he run." He run fast. He said, but not that way.
You see, he was also a comedian. He was also a very funny person. He would make you laugh.
So, but he said that's why the stop sign me. Seferino me gonna stop me say because all the people say he me recognize that as Sefer. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, check in Mr. Martinez.
Hi man, morning.
Yeah, man, I heard my talk about Sefer, but not forgot to know, you got a man, Judge McKeezy. Every Tuesday, yes, Don Cap, what I used to call Don Cap. Judge McKeezy used to always come on Tuesday, every Tuesday.
Was he the one who had the meat shop? Was he the one who had the meat shop in Belize City?
But his son had the meat shop. He done that already.
Okay.
I remember one time when he did a joke between here and Sefer. Judge said him that the US and invite Sefer to Ghana. So when Sefer reached the US, he said, you're not the signpost when they were like, command, do not walk.
Yeah.
And Sefer run class and Judge run behind our government. He shut up to the same house. He said he reached class before and then to go. I can't check because I don't got much credit, but you know what I mean? I just want to make one piece of it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But he said Sefer the last one they reached the United States. Right.
Yeah.
Why, you know, so I never got a complete story, but this man tell this complete story. So when Sefer, when he said don't walk, Sefer run, and Jad run behind.
Run behind. Yeah. And Jad run behind. And when they cross the street, they blow the outer air.
But that Judge McKeezy.
And the thing is that most of us would be ashamed to repeat those things.
Yeah.
But no, Sefer would talk about it on radio, transmitting live to the. At that time, Radio Belize was the government-owned institution. It was owned by government. It was not owned by the Villanuevas or by anybody. It was owned by government.
Yeah.
And there was Radio 1 and there was Love FM, but previous to that, there was Radio Belize.
Yeah,
and previous to that, there was another one. But we're not getting into history at this time about that. But Seferino Coleman was one of the more outstanding announcers, you know, and also entertainers and comedians that Belize has ever had. Believe me.
Yeah, that's right. Jazz McKeezy got some great stories. Where he got one where he talked about something about radio, and then listen. You remember Dr. Paul? One story when he used to give on radio.
Dr. Paul used to come on at 11:45.
Yeah. Well, they used to have he have one story where he talk about this radio, and he hear this radio, they talk about something, and then he said they had some story. I say, we are gonna kill you no. And but the radio they on, but he feel like that somebody they hide. So he tell the wife, make we hide. And then he say the thing say, they are coming. We are coming for you. The man say he grab the radio and dash the radio. He run it. I don't want that radio. Get that radio on fire. Carry that radio. Like one of my good friend, man, he gone to Chetomala, and him, you know, I call him man name, call him man our elder person. He gone to Chetomala and Banja Kera Chetomala, man, they check out the radio and bap, he tell Banja, I don't want a radio, I have to take that Spanish man out of the radio. You know the way it is. If I go to Belize, a Spanish man going to. So, not buy that radio for me.
Saca el hombrecito detrás saca el hombrecito. Porque sí recuerdo la primera vez que hubo, que hubo televisión aquí en el pueblo. Y aquí estamos hablando, estamos chisteando de lo que fue la realidad.
Nice Friday.
¿Ok? Chisteando de lo que fue la realidad. En el tiempo cuando, compañeros, quiero decirle que en los 60, 70s no había televisión como hoy en día, ¿saben? Yo recuerdo que en ese entonces pocas personas tenían un televisor y no había cable y cosas como hoy en día, tampoco no había televisiones. Tenías que tener tu antena semejante antena y con mucha suerte lograr recibir la transmisión de TRM, Televisión Rural de México. Y era rural de México. O podías conseguir de vez en cuando Canal 2, Televisa de Chetumal, o podías conseguir una televisión de Honduras o algo así por el estilo. Pero, compañeros, nos alegrábamos. Era un reto darle vuelta a la famosa antena y tenemos estos rotors y tenemos esos boosters y teníamos, bueno, la gente se esmeraba por conseguir todo lo mejor para tratar de conseguir esto. Luego entonces entró la televisión, ¿ok? Luego entonces, pero el chiste fue que la primera vez que llegó la televisor aquí en Orange Walk, y entonces un señor dice, a mí no me gusta esta cosa. Saca ese maldito hombre desde atrás esa caja, porque me está rompiendo todo. Y sabes que el hombre se salió corriendo y dijo, no, yo no quiero. Just like the one, tengo una mano para riendo.
Yeah, tengo una Spanish man.
Tengo una Spanish man. Dice, no me gusta ese hombre. Son diablos. Es malo esa cosa.
Yeah. But you remember when the television came to Orange Walk with Giovanni Smith? I believe they only had one channel, which was channel 3, right? But you had to get some kind of connection for him to make you could catch it. Until the late great Raul Martinez came and opened up channel 10. Open up the airwaves to the people, so everybody could see. And they had great programming as well. We used to direct this, so we get to learn about WGN. That's why alone Cubs, alone Bulls, because the first man just used to show that channel 9. But you used to get it on channel 3.
Oh, we knew, we were fanatics of the Cubs.
Yeah.
WGN, because there was only one television station we could watch, WGN. This was the time when I think Giovanni Smith.
Yeah, Giovanni Smith.
All right, and Lourdes were living here, right?
When we get familiar with Pamela, see if you can remember saying, yes, we're moving on now.
The Jeffersons.
Yeah.
And I bet you.
Louise.
And do you know something that from way back? This is what, in 1980s? Was it in 1980s?
Late 70s.
70s. So it would be easily 37 years ago. And there is still one advertisement from a Chicago establishment that is still airing as we speak. 588-2300 Empire. I mean, that song is still playing after 37 years.
Original recording.
Original recording.
In the Jefferson, they had George Jefferson, they had Louise, and they have Florence. I met Florence,
You did?
Yeah, I met Florence in Los Angeles.
You didn't joke.
Yeah. I met her, but when I met her, she was like 85 years old. The place where we used to go to play on King Boulevard, and they used to call it the Silk Club, she owned that property. And the person that was renting the property was my cousin. And one day she went there. They have a big piano in that place. They have lots of pictures from the Jeffersons in there. I was playing the piano, little people say, Florence
those were the good days.
I never really recognized her who, right? But she just passed the least thing and said, oh, wonderful. I just made a mess up. Then one time afterwards, then the person when we rented called me. I said, that who that lady? I told her, no. I said, Florence and Jefferson. So I get to meet her. I don't meet Red Fox though.
No, well, I wouldn't want to meet Red Fox.
You remember Red Fox, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the junkyard one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sanford
and Son. But guys, we're reminiscing today because sometimes it is does does so much good to you. It is not funny when you can laugh and remember all of these things. Yeah. Obviously, it's only this first segment because we need to go on a break when it's 8:15, and we'll be back with some discussion on current issues as soon as we are through with these announcements. But first, let's go on this break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
We're moving on up.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Northern Medical Specialty Plaza has been offering excellent health services since its inception in 2000. Today you can enjoy a wide range of medical services through our experienced doctors and dedicated friendly staff. No need to go to Belize City or Cheto Mall. Introducing our new state-of-the-art CT Scan 16 slice, now available at Northern Medical Specialty Plaza in high-definition technology, computerized tomography. Also available, ultrasound 4D scan, which shows moving 3D images of your baby. We also provide services such as mammograms, X-ray, clean and safe nursery, certified pharmacist, operating facilities, our 24 hours emergency and hospitalization, high technology research facilities. Our motto has always been to serve our community with compassion, quality, and affordable medical services. Specialists devoted to serve you. Visit us today at Orchid Drive in Orange Rock Town or call us at 302-3708. Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. Your health is our priority.
The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Balkan Ridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500, a FEMA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms. Another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Ever since Digicel doubled all their prepaid data plans, things looking a little strange around here. My sister seems to think she's some sort of a celebrity now, that she has all this data to post everything. And Dad keeps starting these do-it-yourself projects. Spend a lot of time on Pinterest. Even Nana loves all the extra data. She checks a lot on the dating sites. Mom is always finding new recipes from all over the world to try on YouTube. The show is on! Digicel's newly doubled prepaid data plan let everyone be free to do so much more.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
around 2011. And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. El segundo segmento lo tomamos para recordar y hablar acerca del tiempo cuando Rotary Club tenía bajo su cargo las celebraciones del 12 de octubre. Ha cambiado fuertemente las cosas. Ahora escasamente se oye escuchar, y yo creo que debe haber algo, porque si están hablando aquí estamos hablando de que se está celebrando la mestizada, porque eso es lo que es, la llegada del europeo, trajo gente a las Américas, donde entonces hubo un intercambio de culturas y de gentes, y entonces surgió lo que es el mestizo, lo que es el fruto entre europeo y indio, lo que es el mestizo. ¿Okay? Y esos mestizos entonces finalmente llegaron aquí a Belice en los 1848 hasta los 1872 aproximadamente, pero hubo un tiempo, así que por mucho tiempo se celebraba como el Día del Mestizo, la mestizada. En otros lugares se celebra como, en los Estados Unidos se celebra, los italianos lo celebran, en otros lugares no se celebra tanto lo que es la llegada de Cristóbal Colón, pero si no se pone uno a pensar acerca de el daño que ocurrió a la gente indígena luego de la llegada del señor Cristóbal Colón. Entonces hay una controversia aquí. Pero aquí tradicionalmente en Belice se ha celebrado como el Día de los Mestizos, ¿ok? Y le pediría a ciertos grupos, nosotros ya estamos quedando viejos, a gente joven que lo haga, que encuentre orgullo en quien es y que traten de renacer estas celebraciones, tratar de traerlos de vuelta de una forma donde se pueda reconocer el día en el futuro como el Día de los Mestizos. Me da mucha tristeza ver de que muchos mestizos ni siquiera se preocupan ni se ocupan absolutamente de hacer nada al respecto. Pero tienes que tenerlo en mente. Pero ayer escuchamos, we heard yesterday about the suicide death of this man, whatever his name, David Dome.
David Dome.
He committed suicide. Do you believe that?
Well, according to the stories that we hear behind it, it looked like that what happened. But I see some footage yesterday when they bring this man to court well chained up. He can't barely walk and so.
Do you think all of that exacted a toll on him emotionally?
I believe so. I believe that then things tall tale behind him, boy.
It's a heavy load, like what Jules said yesterday on the news. Remember that he got married or joined up with the woman, whatever his wife, way after she had already adopted the 3 kids.
Oh, sure. So
he
was
a
not part of the
newcomer to
adoption.
the scene. No, he's a newcomer, relatively newcomer to the scene. But he is a children's stepfather because I guess that he's married to the lady, whatever her name is.
So when this lady adopted the kids, he never in the picture?
He was not in the picture.
Okay.
Let me just quickly tell you that it says, I don't find it immediately, but I can tell you that I distinctly heard it and read it this morning about it. Okay? All right. David Dome emerges as one of the most confounding figures in recent memory. He was Phelan Cannon's stepfather. And Anki Dim, is the name of the woman, had already adopted the child and her 2 sisters from China when they became a couple in Hawaii some years ago. So, Anki, had already adopted the 3 kids, okay? And apparently, he then, obviously, he then married Anki, okay?
Yeah.
Married or joined up with whatever it is that they had. But
Anki had already had her family established.
Yes.
Before he came into the picture.
So if it's relatively a newcomer, I am not telling you that he was the perpetrator of anything, or he was, or I am removing all the possibility that he was perhaps, or that he wasn't. Whatever. I'm just telling you that he's a relative newcomer to the picture, to the family, and he could not take it. Jules described it as a man with a heavy load.
Yeah.
Too heavy to bear.
I always mention to some people, Emmanuel, hey, break the silence, man. Bring out what is happening behind closed doors. If you see these things happening, bring it out.
You mean asking him to break the silence?
No.
Or the people?
The people who see when they go on. A lot of people say they make reports. They make reports to the human development. I think it's the human development in San Pedro, and like seems like you got on deaf ears. Neighbors see some things where they happen. So if all of their things where they happen, let's say it happened inside, why no information from inside wasn't coming out?
I don't know, and I can only begin to surmise and tell you that you see, Jackie, sometimes you can't act on what people tell you, because sometimes they're just what Carol like say, yerisa. Okay?
Yeah.
And you need evidence. If you are going to go into a family and take away the those parents' kids, you need to have proof that what you are accusing them of is true.
But then you don't have to attack them right away. At least do some investigation. Maybe that was done and we don't know too, right?
Exactly. Maybe it was done and we don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, or perhaps it's just revealing of the blatant ineptitude coming out of the human resources department.
Say, we don't talk too much, man, or we don't got something against
all right?
people.
Or maybe what was more interesting was to find out what was going on in the neighbor's yard, rather than finding out what was going on in that household, where there were accusations of sexual abuse and mistreatment. You know,
you remember?
Me never know green got a big beat up a pig. I mean, okay, one thing. And that's an attitude that a lot of people take.
Yes. We need to go in different directions when things like that happen. You remember, Emmanuel, somebody report that they used to put the pig in a sun for stand up outside, and then this legal man had some issue at school with the teacher, and they tell the teacher that they send for parents or they send her home, and this legal start to bawl and he start to scratch up himself and say, no, I don't want to see him. That is school at San Pedro.
Well, memories can be a hell of a thing when you are, you know, and especially when people use these things and
they are defenseless.
And threaten you, and I will give you this, and I will bring back your palm, make it tear you, and I will, you know, and you know that the person has a weakness for that, and people utilize it, and they are used as, these things are used as ammunition against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless what the case is, however, Checky, I listened to it in a very unemotional manner yesterday. I don't know if he was involved or not. I do believe that whatever he knew, and because he knew, he becomes an accomplice of whatever is being accused. I believe that, however, I have to go a little bit further and tell you that I believe that some of these allegations are true, okay? And that the child abuse and so forth, it's, you know.
But we cannot say...
Personally, I believe so.
But we cannot say that he committed the murder.
No, we cannot say that. We cannot say that. We cannot say that. But the child abuse part and so forth that people saw, yes, I believe that is true. I don't know what part he played in all of this. maybe he decided that all of this is way too much for him, and he decided he decided that he's going to just finish this. So he bought himself a tank of nitrogen gas, and he.
What kind of gas that, pa?
It's gas. You can buy it at your nearby hardware store. Not really. I have to go to a gas depot and get nitrogen. It's just a type of gas that when you inhale it, you know, it is it causes you damage. So what happens is that after 2 breaths, he thought of it so well, because that explains the plastic bag. So after he inhaled the nitrogen,
and you are alleged that this happened, right?
Alleging that this is happening, you know. No, this is what the newscast said that has happened. That he put the bag over his head so that the nitrogen does not escape. So he continues breathing it, and after 2 breaths, he becomes unconscious, because it forces the oxygen out of your system, and you know that without oxygen you cannot survive. So the cells begin to die immediately, because your cells cannot function without oxygen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the reason why you have red blood cells, to transmit the oxygen, because the oxygen is attached to the iron in the red blood cells, and then the red blood cells transport the red blood cells transport the oxygen to the rest of the body, so the cells can have oxygen. And whenever you are lacking oxygen, just like when you are drowning, you die. You die. I mean, no cell can function without oxygen. Your cells just simply begin to die, and that's exactly what he asphyxiated himself. He had a suicide note. We don't know the contents of the note.
Yep. We don't know what the note said.
But I'm hoping that he says something in there. I'm hoping. Let me say. He says, with a suicide note beside him and a plastic bag over his head, which is consistent with asphyxiation. But that is the only mention that was made of the suicide note. We don't know of anything in regards to the content of the suicide note. You know what I mean? Maybe it was meant for his wife Anki and for his kids. I don't know. Maybe it's just, But apparently his wife Anki was distraught. Is it Anki?
Yeah, Anki. A-N-K-E.
Okay. Anki was distraught, and she was crying, and so she will be left with dealing with all of these allegations and accusations.
She has a lot to go through, man.
So that is a lot to go through.
Yeah, and then we hear that the Corozal, this person just pull up at somebody's house with the gun, and they just pull out the gun and just start firing shot, kill somebody, try to run away, then they start to fire at somebody else, and somebody was killed, Emmanuel. Broad daylight.
What do you think about that, Jackie?
Why?
Is it possible that just what crazy man going and start a shoot, or is it that perhaps there are certain things we don't know about that provoked all of this?
Yeah, we always talk about if you're going to beef with somebody, if you're going to misunderstanding with somebody, the gun is not the solution, boy. So I don't know if they had something going on or what, something got wrong, but the thing is that somebody lost their life, man. We don't give people breath in us, so we shouldn't take away breath from people. And then they may look for kill the lady too, but they miss.
And this man has been married to this woman and having 3 kids,
yes,
and living here for a while, no?
And we understand that everything happened in front of the kids as well.
In front of the kids, and that his parents were just in from Canada and had just been sent or had just been accompanied back to Chetumal so that they can take their flights to go, or to Cancun, whatever, to take the flight. So they will have to be thrown back, returning, because his son has died. And this is on top of already, but remember that this Bochnia become the third Canadian to be slain in Corozal in the last 4 years. As noted in the story, Francesca Matus was killed earlier this year, and 57-year-old Canadian Patricia Lynn Nichiporowicz was murdered in Consejo Village in 2013. So, wonder what is going on.
But apart from the Canadians, remember an American was killed as well.
Yes.
And then
we're making about Canadians.
Then we had the one with the young man that was killed in Corozal as well.
Exactly so.
And they had the alleged kidnapping case. So many different things. And
so what's going on? How is it that our police department cannot find out what's going on? We don't hear anything. The police are investigating. And that's the last we hear of it.
No closure.
There's no closure to these things. Is it because our CIB officers don't do their work, or people are not willing to help?
Or they don't have enough personnel?
Or they don't have enough personnel. As soon as they're working on one, another one happens.
So they have to
close this case. And I think that's a good observation. I've thought of that before.
Yeah.
But can it be? Can it be that you know, the same head of the partner has to be looking into all of these murders, and we don't have enough detectives? Can it be?
Why, maybe, perhaps, or sweet little peaceful Corozal. Never used to hear anything that come out from Corozal, boy. And like suddenly it looked like one follow the other. We had the big carnival the other day in Corozal. It was well attending and nothing happened. So I don't think that those people just to go around and crazy and shoot. You know, 'cause a lot of people when they out for that carnival in Corozal.
You mean in September?
Yeah, in the September celebration.
In the morning.
Yeah, nothing happened.
You were there.
No, I not there, but I see footage and so. But nothing happened. We don't hear nothing happen coming out from there.
But I don't think that this is something that is coming from the mainstream Corozalen. It has to be something in regards to, because I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. It has to be that there was a beef between these people. Nobody just goes up and shoots up a man
and they reach where their house.
No reason at all. I'm sorry, but I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. I don't believe that, and I believe that if somebody does that, it's because you have done something bad. Or at least you're perceived to have done something bad. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's misinformation. But somebody has wronged somebody somewhere. And it's thought that you are the one who's doing it.
Yeah, well.
Very, very simple. The morality of it is another issue. But the reality of it is that somebody is doing what is called payback. You did this to me, I will do this to you. Yeah. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? When that begins to happen, it's because it's revealing that perhaps they don't have confidence in the court system or in the judicial system, and they're taking the law into their hands.
They're easy to get away.
Because they're easy to get away, right. They say, you get a good lawyer, get all tricky-dicky for do this thing, and that's it. Pay a couple to $5,000, $10,000 to a lawyer, and you're gone clear. You know what I mean?
You see, Emmanuel, people, you ever hear, right there, I believe that people go jump in a fire? They're not jumping in a fire, right? Because they know they get burned up. But they're going to jump in at the sea and the river because they know what's happen to them. Just like if the lamb is stiff like that, panic killing and so, probably it never may have go so viral like how it's going. Because they know if I do that, what? I go in a jail or they want to hang me or something will happen. But they got sense they're not going to jump in a fire. But they want to pull the trigger. Like you say, sometimes easy for them to get off, pay your money, and you're going to clear. But you know what? You want to live with that right there. You want to live with that right there in your conscience. That you took away somebody's life.
Apparently some people don't mind.
You think you reach to that extent?
Apparently. We become cold and callous.
Yeah, so because sometimes you hear the same persons that they made there at Hattieville for a while and they come out and they made there for the same thing, and when they come out and do the same thing again.
Exactly so.
Yeah, so, like you said, maybe some of them don't mind.
They don't mind.
And it's a very sad thing.
They have lost all sense of morality and all sense of goodness and all sense of everything in life.
Yeah, and that is not good for our nation and for
You
the
know?
world. It's a very,
That's
very...
why every morning I pray for those people who are vindictive and judgmental.
Yeah, it's very...
Every day, because that is the core problem in our society.
Their kids have to live with that for the rest of their life, you know, Emmanuel. Because they saw their father got gunned down in front of them. And shots was fired at their mom as well.
Traumatized forever. And we're talking here young kids.
People, one time one of your family catch in an accident and they're dead, you see how hard people feel it. Sometimes people sick and they're dead, you see how far. But I mean, you can see it right in front of you like that, somebody gone and gunned down your father, and then you have to go and watch your father in that casket.
And the kind of job he used to do is not that he was involved in any criminal activity. He's supposed to be, he's a contractor. He does blueprints for building houses. You know what I mean? So he needs to, that is a profession. He has a career. So I don't know he said he was a good guy. And he didn't have any problem, but you know him like that, and he was a nice person with us. Well, you know that everybody's going to say, oh, the man was a good man, even if sometimes the sucker was a bad potato.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying this is the case here, you know. But generally we find some young man being killed in Belize City, and the mother, and he says, oh, my son was a good son.
Why someone say he bad though? Someone say he bad. But the most of them, they say, my brother.
I don't know why they didn't kill him.
Because he not fast with nobody.
He not fast with nobody. He come straight from work to home and home to work. And
she don't give away jokes?
Give away jokes and so forth. He doesn't know that when she goes to sleep, he sneaks out through the bedroom, through the window, and he goes hang out at the alley and smoke weed. You know what I mean? But that's a different story. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it begs the question, where are we going as a society? Yeah. Because what was perceived to be a safe nest, this man built his house, married, has his kids, and what was supposed to be a nest for his family, you know, that has been just ruptured.
And there people came to Belize to settle because when they search Belize is a peaceful place to settle. And if it continue like that, then you know how to see people can settle at Belize. So people like say, why the people they can live here? But then people bring the development as well, then bring them money. They help a country grow.
This does not bode well for Corozal. Corozal being a place where a lot of retirees are heading to. One in Consejo, one in here, one in the other one. It does not bode well at all for it.
Corozal is the first town that we enter, that we pass when we enter our country. People coming by road. Corozal is the first town that they need to pass through.
Exactly so. Exactly so. So we offer condolences to the family and to all the friends who have been impacted by this young man's death. We are not accusing, we are very simply throwing in possibilities. But what happens is that sometimes we don't know sufficiently, and sometimes we never will know sufficiently, because the investigations just don't lead anywhere. But I'm begging people, if they know of anything, please contact the police department and see how best we can solve these cases, because not because of who it is, because I don't know them, but because it's
human.
One more, it's human, but it's one more in an escalating streak of violence that is pervading Corozal. And it's very possible that Corozal being so close to us, that it may trickle into Orange Walk eventually.
True.
I don't see how I could possibly sleep with, thinking about family members being here and there and everywhere,
Yep, true. Yeah, but talking about escalated and escalation, Emmanuel, we know that on another note, we know that the gas prices has went up almost $12, and there was a demonstration in Belize City yesterday.
But previous to that, there was a promise by the Prime Minister
That's right.
that the prices of gasoline are going to go down. So I'm asking you a question. Which was the government that kept the price of gasoline low as $4.93 at one time, and who kept it there for a long time? That was the United Democratic Party, the only one. Okay? And ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that, and I can accept that government makes a lot of money as taxes from gasoline. Yes, they make a lot of money from gasoline. But if you would go into the picture of how much money is brought in as taxes, is paid in as taxes for the gasoline, you will find out that some of that money is what helps to pay the teachers at the schools, helps to pay salaries for the public servants and so forth. And it's not as if it is being misspent. No.
It helps.
And I'm not justifying the price of $12. Hell no, I'm not doing it. But I'm just very simply telling you that the price of gasoline went up very high. And even after, well, we know that we had an arrangement with Venezuela when prices of gas were low at $6, $7, $8, you know. And what happened is that the price of petroleum worldwide has been going up. If you go into and you Google it, you'll find out that amid all the ups and downs, the general trend is for it to go up. It is going up. And OPEC countries are going to do the most to try to get it up because they're going to limit the supply so that the demand goes up and therefore the prices go up. It's just common practice that they do. But when you have people said, going back to what I was telling you, that Venezuela is experiencing problems, obviously, supply problems, and we had to cease ordering from Venezuela. So that was not good news for President of Venezuela. I think he just a couple of weeks he sent a team of people to Belize and told the Prime Minister that they are going to rectify all the supply problems. So we are going to be back online with the Petrocaribe petroleum. So it's only a matter of days or weeks before the new petroleum comes in at a cheaper price. The new gas comes in at a cheaper price. But for the moment, we have been having to buy from different places. And given the fact that Harvey was in the Houston area some weeks ago, and some of the oil platforms had to be shut down.
Yep.
And some of the refineries were affected. That everybody should know that when these things happen, it drives the price of gasoline up. But because of the instability of the supply, we had to even bring in trucked petroleum, gasoline from El Salvador, which you don't need a math professor to come in and tell you how expensive that is compared to bringing it by sea. You know, because you have to pay insurance, you have to pay this, you have to pay the other.
Lot of fees.
Lots and lots of fees. And all of these things are driving up the cost of petroleum. I agree with the people that the price is way too high at $12, or $11.92, whatever it is, you know. And all efforts should be made to try to reduce the price. But just have a little bit of patience. The price of gasoline will go down. And I believe the Honorable Prime Minister when he tells us that. And that's an important thing that I just mentioned. The confidence that I have in the maximum leader of the party and of the government, who says the price is going to go down, so he will make sure that he goes down.
Yep.
You know? But I also accept and I view the demonstration as a valid thing to make sure that the Prime Minister holds true to his promise, and that not only brings down the price of the gasoline by 20 cents or 25 cents, but brings it down by a substantial amount, if that is, if that is possible, where at least people can begin to breathe easier and not have to spend. Look, the truck was going over to pick up goods someplace, and it was like a $250 diesel bill just to go within within Belize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That's a lot of money.
That means goods have to go up as well. But what happened is one of the activists said that he want to make them bring down the fuel as low as $8. But if you can't bring it down, at least explain to us why you can't bring it so low.
But I don't think that sometimes some people demand too much. Was there an equal demand done from the People's United Party when they were spending all the money in Mahogany Heights? Did this activist go in and say, how did you spend those $80 million in Mahogany Heights, or else I will do this and I will do that? Do you understand my point?
Yeah, true. But he's saying that if you not come down by next week, Thursday, or if you not get a good explanation, he'll come out and rally again.
Well, let him come out and rally again.
What if the new shipment not come in by then?
Well, we'll just have to wait.
But he said he'll come out and rally again.
Well, let him come out. He is within his rights to rally.
Yeah, so, but then sometime when they rally, some kind of message was sent out, another right message and sent out, man.
You know that all of these things are political activists who are being paid by the People's United Party to do this. Or, not maybe literally paid right now, but mounting up their credits with the People's United Party. So when the People's United Party, if it ever goes in, the power says, remember John, that me the front of the thing, they do demonstration, and you can't diss me and put me as janitor, you have to give me a big time position at the ministry. Yeah, wow. So they're looking for position. Now make those ghosts fool you. That's what they're doing. You think they're worried about the 1192 price? They're worried about themselves more than anything else. They're just using the occasion so that they can position themselves in government whenever their party goes in. Plain and straight, I tell you.
Yeah, well, John said he went out as a citizen.
He could say that, but he has made a hell of a lot of money out of all his Shell one-stop stores selling gasoline. And I make no ghost fool you. Jules knows that, and he asked him the question, and John, in his typical way, just kind of like was very evasive, right? But how in the world government you make less money when the price of gasoline is higher? Common sense. Common sense. You know what I mean? You all work with a markup, all right?
Yeah. You work on a markup with what you spend, what you invest, right?
No, on a markup on your cost. So if you do 5% or 10% on petroleum, regardless of the cost of petroleum, that's you do that. You just add it on. I believe that is it. I hope I'm not wrong, but I believe that at the end of the day, the petroleum prices, the higher the petroleum prices, the more money you make.
When he said he not look for go way down to $8, he say at least around $9 or $2 half of the amount going there right now.
Well, I am sure that the Prime Minister will put out a price that is convenient for all Belizeans.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but then I think that you see this activist, that means they put it in a way that what you say, I don't hear that. I don't hear what you say. I come out and do my thing. I don't know if what you say correct or you're not correct, but I don't trust you what you say. So I come and I do my thing. You say I bring it down, maybe I bring it down by 5
How many people attended the demonstration, Chucky?
Why, they said they had over 200.
Is that really? Jules said that it was 169 people.
169.
Or something like that. Who said that it was over 200?
I hear up on one Carlin, I think that some show they had last night. I don't remember about which show they had last night, but they said over 200 people come out and show their dissatisfaction. You know, but like you say, Manuel,
they are grassroots activists deciding to take to the streets. They're all sponsored by the People's United Party. And when people see that, they don't want to be found assimilating with those people, because then they're easily labeled as PUP. So the authenticity of the whole thing was lost because of the presence of these political people. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look at what there was. There was a mention. He says, then it was time to move out from Constitution Park. The protest numbers began to grow, but at its height, they were only 163 strong. So only 163 people went to protest. So people understood. I'm not telling you that there wasn't validity. Yes, if the price of gas is too high, you have a right to demonstrate. But the presence of the PUP activists discouraged some people to be seen with these people.
Yeah, that's just like the one we mentioned earlier.
The thought on it was, let them do it, let them do their job. I don't have to do it.
Remember the one we talked earlier some weeks ago about the one in Belmopan with the churches there? When the churches looked, the activists they did a front, and the churches they still at back.
Exactly.
They take over.
One next
one do a tire when we burn on a bridge. I say, I just be the past them. Me never see do nothing. I just be past them. When I look, I say, my tire they burn. You understand?
Lo que hacemos por política, compañeros, lo que hacemos por política, simplemente son personas activistas políticos que están buscando posición dentro de lo que es el PUP para que algún día, si entran en poder, le van a ir a golpear a la puerta a Jan. Recuerda que yo hice esto, ponme en esta posición. Recuerda que yo hice el otro, ponme en esta posición. Porque yo te tengo ahí donde estás. No creas que sin mí podías haber logrado esto. Eso es lo que es.
Sound like where you go to, it sound like if the PUP win, that means then group them are broke up then.
Why? I didn't say that.
No, but it's because it sound like what you assume for that then they do that for them and leave job so I forget secure. So when I get job, what happened to the group?
Well, that's exactly, yeah, that might be true what you said, because they will no longer be activists, they will be bureaucrats.
Yeah, 29 minutes after 8, pa. We need to take our last break of the morning.
Yes, certainly.
And
we'll be right back with you
and
after
wrap
these
up.
messages.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rochefrans, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rochefrans.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get popped.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rochefrans, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Already, Carnival, you're coming with me. Look out, the sun coming out to play. Look the vibes filling up, what's the ready for way? Jam, 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 beat it like a pan. Jam, make it incredible. We feel incredible, we fight it incredible. The movement incredible.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Give me the real, the number one. Down the hill, then up down the hill. You can rip it scream, but down the hill it is real. Yes, down the hill, then up down the hill. All over Cayo and in San Pedro. Down the hill, then up down the hill. Down the hill in the morning, down the hill in the evening. Down the hill, here we down the hill. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and then all. Down the hill, then up down the hill. All over this You can hear the star, cause it's in Orange Walk. Yeah, Dano Milk. I love Dano Milk. Dano Milk Powder. Follow the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, viernes, y son exactamente las 8:37 minutos, 23 minutes before 9 o'clock. Una mañana bastante fresca aquí en Orange Walk. Yo no te puedo decir si está lloviendo afuera, pero de lo que puedo escuchar, no está lloviendo afuera, y se supone que hoy va a ser un día bonito aquí en Orange Walk. Me imagino que en las islas estará bastante diferente, que estará lloviendo. Nuestras oraciones para las personas que se van a verse afectado por esta tormenta. Y se supone que esta tormenta va a desarrollarse en huracán, y que de todos los lugares donde pudiera ir, está yéndose, se supone, a la área de Nueva Orleans, que es tan vulnerable, que está tan peligrosamente bajo nivel del mar, y que ya la gente ha sufrido tanto que quizás es uno más para ellos, o quizás ciertas personas que ya no se recuerdan de Katrina, o quizás ya han puesto en lugar ciertos han reforzado su protección, no lo sé, pero donde vaya este huracán, que la gente se mantenga sana y salvo, y que al final del día podamos disminuir la cantidad de fallecimientos. Entiendo de que en Costa Rica y que en Nicaragua ya han habido en exceso de 20 personas que han muerto, 25 personas que han muerto, y eso es difícil. Ni siquiera se ha vuelto huracán y ha matado no sé cuántas personas. Claro que las condiciones en esos países son diferentes, porque estamos hablando de deslizamiento del lodo, de las montañas, las personas viviendo en ciertas áreas vulnerables. Cuando están de repente con la gran cantidad de lluvia que baja, se debilita lo que es la fundación de tu casa, porque estás justo en una montaña, y de repente sientes que se está deslizando todo, y está bajando, y se está yendo, y tú y tu familia y todos están bajando, y eso es lo que sucede, compañeros, y es difícil. No empiezo a entender cómo es de que esto sucede, pero sucede. Cómo es que las personas todavía pueden ir a vivir en esos lugares, pero si vas a ciertas ciudades como la ciudad de Guatemala o la ciudad de México, vas a ver entonces condiciones que dirías tú, jamás, nunca viviría yo así como eso. Porque las famosas casas de cartón, compañeros, son de verdad. Las famosas casas de cartón en las orillas de las montañas y a las orillas de los volcanes, que es tan vulnerable y tan peligroso, porque está tan peligrosamente cerca a estas montañas. Pero ahí vive la gente, porque no hay donde vivir, no hay más donde vivir.
Yeah.
Aquí.
Tú
lo has visto.
Yes.
Las famosas casitas de cartón. ¿Y te acuerdas de las casas de cartón? La canción esa.
Yeah. That's true. By the people live in hillsides and so, when they have them mudslides and so, they just wipe them out. If you go to Guatemala right now, traveling from Orange Walk, like from the border there, Melchor going up to Petén, yeah, so a lot of the houses on the way going in, Emmanuel. A lot of the houses are still there. People keep there as a traditional house, they don't want to break them down, but some people, they have it there because they can't afford a much better life, so that's the way they live. So when time there are storms and hurricanes and disaster come, these are the persons that are first affected, because they don't have really strong structures, right? And they get messed up.
That's right. That's exactly right. Así que rápidamente tornando a lo que es la tormenta tropical, que la tenemos justo enfrente de nosotros, compañeros. Pero no nos presenta a nosotros una amenaza, porque tu trayectoria no lo está trayendo hacia nosotros, sino lo está llevando hacia el norte, donde aquí estamos viendo lo más nuevo del National Hurricane Center. Y lo tenemos justamente enfrente. Los vientos continúan a 45 millas por hora, yéndose hacia el norte-noroeste a 12 nudos. Y está bien que sea en norte-noroeste, porque más norte-noroeste va, más norte va, entonces más lejos y más lejos que nosotros, y yéndose a áreas donde nos veremos afectados. Pero de una forma u otra, alguien tiene que ser afectado. Pero la trayectoria lo lleva, compañeros, justo hacia áreas como sobre Cancún y Isla Mujeres y esas áreas. Así que si tienen familiares, pero no va a ser huracán cuando pase por esa área, sino va a ser una tormenta tropical todavía aún. Se supone que no se vuelva huracán hasta que casi llegue a aproximarse a la costa americana, casi cuando llegando a Luisiana. Es posible que lo sea más rápido, no lo sé, pero según todas las indicaciones y los estudios y los modelos de las distintas agencias, está indicando que continuará una tormenta hoy, mañana, sábado, y que hasta posiblemente el lunes por la madrugada se vuelva huracán, cuando ya vaya a amenazar las áreas como Nueva Orleans y Mobile, Alabama, y ciertas áreas de Mississippi.
Yep. I'm going to try to see if Nemo have any kind of advisory, but so far, I don't know.
No, I don't think that there's any, because I'll be honest with you, it is sufficiently north that within, say, a couple of hours.
We have an advisory right there, man. I don't know if you can make anything out of this advisory. That came in at 6 o'clock this morning. That's from Nemo, no?
Well, it's maintaining its track. It says Nemo and the Met Service here from the public that at 6 a.m. Well, this is 6 a.m. news. Okay? The main threat to Belize is expected to be mostly thunderstorms and heavy rain, which are causing localized flooding. Rainfall amounts are expected to increase along the coast and north today. Tropical storm Nate moves east of Belize and moves into the Gulf of Mexico later today. People in low-lying areas are advised to move to higher ground. Si vives en áreas bajas, por favor, ya creo que hemos visto todos colectivamente como el huracán no es tanto el viento que te hace daño, aunque te rompe la casa y todo, pero dependiendo obviamente en la potencia que vino, pero es el agua que viene luego, porque es el agua que inunda todo y causa más daño. Okay? If you need to go to a shelter, know which shelter you will go to and work out how you will reach the shelter. It is not advised for you to venture out to sea. No vayan a pescar hoy. Okay? Fishers and people in the Keys should continue to monitor tropical storm need. Crossings. In the Car District, the Secot's Ferry is closed.
What?
And in Stan Creek District, the Coastal Road is closed due to flooding. And the public is advised to stay out of... No. Okay. To flood out... To stay out of flood waters. Drivers are reminded to reduce their speed and to put their low beam and hazard lights. So, really, That's the latest from the. We are not going to be affected severely. It's just very. It is rain that is going to be affecting us mostly. Out those interests out at sea, those fishermen and those people who are out in the sea, either traveling between keys and so forth because of X reasons. Please take maximum care. As a matter of fact, you're advised not to go out to sea today because of the storm there can be large swells. And you know what a swell is? Big waves coming. Okay?
Wave where you can't stop.
Which can easily flip over your lead boat, and next thing you know, we read by your Mandela.
Yeah, you disappear. Emmanuel, they got 3 big events coming up this weekend.
Really?
Starting with tonight, the Foundation Christian Ministries.
Oh yes,
presents
I
the
thought
grand,
of going there this evening
the
or a
grand
little
black
while
party.
at 6:30 p.m. at the Central Park. Believe me, we had them on our show a couple of days ago.
Right. Yeah.
And I was particularly moved with the participation of some of the young people, who I think are testimony to supposed to be giving out good testimony to the young people in Belize here, because we always say, Chucky, and forgive me for being such a loudmouth right now, but we always say that, oh, the young people are our future, which is a fact, but sometimes we repeat it and we don't do enough to ensure that the future of the country is a good future. So after a while, the phrase becomes quite trite and misused, and we go like, ¿dónde están los esfuerzos para asegurar de que nuestro futuro sea un buen futuro? Porque de futuro va a haber, pero que sea un buen futuro, ahí está la pregunta. Que tengamos buenos líderes y que tengamos buenas personas viviendo aquí. Y estos jóvenes están aquí para compartir sus experiencias y tratar de influenciar o consolar y también de aconsejar a la juventud hoy en día de que hay que buscar a Dios.
Yeah, so that event happens at 6:30 today at the park right here, the Central Park in Orange Walk. It's free of cost. I understand they'll be having live music and entertainment as well, Emmanuel.
Yes, I'm sure that they will.
Yeah, so that happens tonight, and then we want to invite you all to come out and be part of this great event. It's open for everyone. We're talking about young people, but it's not only for young people, right? Everyone are invited to come out. And also tomorrow, Vibes Alive production, that's Mr. Omar Ayuso, will be having the second tribute to DJ Che. Remember 2 years ago, DJ Che was in that fatal traffic accident?
Oh, yes,
Yeah, and so they will be having the second tribute to DJ Che. This happens tomorrow, right beside the town hall. That's on Arthur Street, and that's some of the image there. Yeah, it's the pre-bash, right? And they have the pre-bash tonight at High Five, and then tomorrow, Saturday, is the official thing. So you have DJ Oxyhono, DJ Big Witch, he said it. They got DJ Porsche, Empress Melissa. Yeah, Melissa will be the MC. Also, they'll be having Diane Sangs performing. I believe the Tacos Man are perform as well.
Who is he? Tacos Man? Oh, you mean Esco?
Yeah, Esco and do your thing, boy. But you know,
everything about tacos, one singer.
No, man, I'm in love with my tacos.
Okay, all right.
Fried chicken is a no.
Okay.
So, but you know, it's very commendable of Omar. You know, all the way from Dallas, come down to do this event because you know, Omar and Che was very close. You know, so and Mr. Raul Mendes and family, you know, they lost their mom earlier this year as well. Miss Dooley passed this year earlier. You remember the news was given to us when we were going downtown by
Lorelli?
Lorelli. So they're having the pre-bash tonight at High Five.
You know, she was my cousin.
Yeah, I remember. You told me. So they're having a pre-bash tonight at High Five, and then tomorrow is the free show for everyone. I assume that there's going to be lots to eat and drink. I'm not sure if they have booths that people can prepare for booths. And with the weather situation, if anything changes, I'm sure that Omar will let us know. We'll try to see if we can get him on the 11 o'clock music show this morning. We tried yesterday, but he just came in yesterday and he was so busy. So I tried to see if we could bring her in to talk more about it.
And the whole family he called, and he never said.
He me call yesterday.
Oh, yes?
But me and you left already.
Yes, I had left already.
And then Sunday, pa, it's football.
Yes. It's the Vegas Cup again.
Yeah, this Sunday at the People's Stadium. Remember, 4 games are played every week, and games start at 10 o'clock. They have the first game at 10, then they have, I believe they have a game at 1 o'clock, then at 3, and then...
And I hear that the games are being well attended, because people are enjoying the games and saying, tell you what, no one stay home and watch foreign football. We could go and watch local football and give support to some of the local teams.
Yeah, when you talk about local team, Emmanuel, when they come to this Vegas Cup, there are a lot of young people. So young Lee boy, then they that. The last time I saw a small Lee boy, the player said, he can't do nothing. He not do nothing, boy, but he do one thing. He do one thing.
You didn't tell him boy help.
Yeah, or guitar for the field. But he do one thing, you know. So we want to invite everybody to come out to this grand Vegas Cup tournament this Sunday at the People's Stadium, and you know what, Emmanuel, is free of cost.
Absolutely free of cost. Well, quiero tomar tiempo para invitar a todos para ir al Estado del Pueblo para lo que es la continuación de la competencia Vega, ¿ok? Van a haber 3 partidos.
Yeah, 3. Sometimes it's 4.
A veces son 4, pero cada domingo y van a apoyar a sus equipos. Qué malo que no tenemos el roster para dar quienes juegan y quienes no juegan hoy. Pero estoy seguro que tan pronto le digamos a alguien va a estar enviándolo. Si no, vamos a hacer todo esfuerzo de tenerlo para ustedes. Los resultados a la otra semana de los partidos y estaremos manteniéndonos informados al respecto, compañeros. Recuérdense que Vegas Cup empezando desde las 10 de la mañana, ¿no?
Yeah, 8 teams are in the competition, pa.
Okay, son 8 equipos en la competencia y que a cada domingo hay partidos y ya estamos en el mes de octubre. Y recuerden de que tan pronto fin de noviembre, principios de diciembre, ya es cuando hay lo que es los finales, los semifinales y los finales.
That's right.
Y el tiempo se acerca rápidamente, compañeros. Entre poco vas a tener que ir a jalar esas colchas, entre poco vas a tener que ir a jalar esos abrigos y lavarse y a darle noticia a las cucarachas, como dicen en criollo.
Somebody kill that roach.
Sí, porque el tiempo va a cambiar rápidamente. Ya para el resto del mes ya no vamos a estar en esas temperaturas altas de 90 y pico, sino vamos a estar viendo las temperaturas subir a 80 y pico, casi 90, pero las mañanas van a venir tan de repente mucho más frescas. Cuando estamos hablando de los vientecitos de Hanal Pichán entrando a finales de octubre, cuando el aire se siente puro, fresco y puro, proveniente del noroeste, ya sabes de que, wow, ya viene la Navidad.
All right, so remember tonight is the Foundation Christian Ministries. They present the Black Party at the park. It's free for everyone. They will have food, games, live music, and more. Come on out and hear the special word that will be spread. Also tonight is the pre-bash for DJ Che second annual tribute, which will be held right here in Orange Walk. Tonight it's at High Five, then tomorrow it's at the Market Square area, right beside the Town Hall. That's tomorrow. Then Sunday we culminate all the fun with the biggest of the best, the Vegas Cup tournament. That's at the People's Stadium. Well, Pa, it has been a pleasure reminding everybody that Monday
is a holiday.
Recordándoles
que todos el lunes es un día feriado, así que no cuenten con ir a trabajar el lunes o hacer ciertas cosas el lunes. Lunes es día feriado. Y hacemos un punto de mencionarlo porque mucha gente no lo sabía.
Yeah, and then, we expect that, according to the advisory for Nemo, might have some rains over the weekend. So if the weather good today, try wash your clothes and get them ready. Take out the colchita there and start to get them ready one time, because you start to get cool after all this rain come down. We start to get cool. I remember to get ready for the Tacos Fest, the 26th of November. We talk more about that when Mr. Jones decided to come on the show. But for now, Emmanuel, I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in this morning. Thanks to the cable operators all over the country. Always got way up and going. I received a call from Belize City yesterday and say that they're seeing us live, on the music show. So we're glad for that. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello, Jackie.
Yeah. Okay, I got some texts that I'm supposed to read, but they're in Spanish. Make I try pass them over to Emmanuel before we go, because then people really want the text come out. Got some WhatsApp and everything. Dylan Hill sent a lot of things. All right, make us see. Whoa, and somebody remind us to make the people know that the pink eye season not gone yet. It's still there, boat. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so you don't catch them pink eye, right? I can see if I could get there and text up. Some of them blank. Okay. This is one right here, pa. Now,
have you read it?
No. In Spanish. Got it?
Okay. Bueno, aquí dice, buenos días, Mr. Martínez. Sabe que la mano de Dios todavía está sobre Belice. No es suerte la que tenemos, es el amor de Dios, pero no queremos entender la verdad. Es muy cierto lo que dices, compañero. Nunca he dicho que es suerte, que siempre he proclamado el amor de Dios. La Biblia dice que Dios es amor, pero también es fuego consumido. Cuando quita su mano de Belice, sufriremos persecución.
I think we have a couple more. I think we have a couple more. This one says, not to come in bad style, but lots of people take stamps for play. He said, when officials tell us something, it's to prevent loss of life, so please just listen. Yeah, I think that is real. And this next one says, Johnny just want to make people feel like he is the one to make the PM take down the price of gas. The PM say the middle of October. Wait on that. He can't understand.
Can't understand.
Yeah. He said PUP no got no comeback. He said when you talk to them, you don't know what to eat.
It's so frustrating for the PUPs themselves, because they themselves realize that the PUP no got no comeback, because they realize that the PUP is not going to win the town council elections countrywide, as some people are saying. Oh, we're going to do a sweep. That's a pile of crap. All right? The UDP is going to win the elections, if not all, the majority. And we will keep the status quo as is, believe me. So John already knows that, and John is already preempting the move by calling the convention and calling for a leadership convention as soon as before the election. So regardless of what the outcome of the elections are, he is still positioned as leader.
That's right, folks. So once again, we'd like to thank everybody who tuned in. My name is Robert Checker Usher. Thank you all. Join us once again at 11 o'clock this morning for your musical show right here on this same station.
Muchas gracias a Maurice, Rahim, a los técnicos y a ustedes, compañeros. A ti, Chequi, muchas gracias. Pero a ustedes, compañeros, por su audiencia, por su participación. Muchas gracias. Aquí deseándoles todo lo mejor, que tengan un bonito fin de semana. Yo me voy desde luego de esto a la otra chamba, así que gracias a Dios, tengo que hacer, pero aquí deseándoles todo lo mejor para un día muy fructífero, lleno de mucho éxito. Y compañeros, que estén bien, cuídense. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
And I'm Robert Checker Usher. I will say hasta martes.
Hasta martes. Hasta martes. Hasta martes.
Till Tuesday then.
Okay, all right. Hasta luego. Se cuidan, compañeros.